We now interrupt this regularly scheduled program to bring you snack time. One of the things about being out of school all this time, and maybe you're going to South Street and getting your lunch and all that, but one of the things is maybe there's nobody home to cook for you, and I've been begging for my wife to come cook me something, but she's not gonna. So I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna make one of my favorite snacks, and I call it potato pizza, bakey, lasagna stuff. So it's pretty simple, and anyone can do it. All you need is una potato. For mine, I'm going to do some pepperonis, some mozzarella cheese, maybe a little bit of pizza sauce, and my seasoning. Let's see, what do we got? We got this stuff's good. It's called herb and garlic, or herb and garlic. All right, it's kind of Italian-y. If you had rosemary, oregano, any of those kind of pizza spices, that would work just as well. So you start by slicing your potato, and I will say, it's a knife. You got to be careful. All right. Some people say, "Oh, you can't let kids use a knife." We let our kids use a knife, but just remember that you might cut yourself. All right, so and even if you ever watch like those really big fancy chef shows like Chopped, all the time there's somebody cutting their fingers, and those guys are professionals. So it happens, but you know what? The thing about cutting yourself, usually, you heal. Okay, it'll be okay. Get a Band-Aid. All right, here we go. I'm gonna cut my potato. Now I got a thing to cut this called what's it called? A mandolin, which goes real fast and is probably even more dangerous. But maybe you don't have one of those, you're just going to use a knife. Knife works pretty good. But I want to make them, the same size, and I want to make them kind of thin. Now, you could always, hey, would you slice a potato for me, adult that's in charge? And that's cool. But do this, if you are going to make this, and you know all that, say, Mom, Dad, Grandma, whoever I live with, can I use a knife to slice a potato? If they say no, you'll cut your finger off. Well, do what they say. Okay? That's how it works. Let's see if I can get one more slice out of this guy. Look, Ma, no blood. All 8 fingers. Or 9. However you count fingers, you know what I mean. Alright, so now this is the tricky part. This thing, my wife sells these. If you want one, call her. She'll give you one. They're cheap. They're not that bad. But it's a silicone baking bowl. I don't know what you call it. And it steams, it cooks stuff in. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to put a layer of potatoes. Oh, that one's pretty thick. I wonder if I could slice them again. I'm pushing my luck. Yeah, that's called mad skill. So I sliced them again, but I want one good layer of potatoes on the bottom. And I'll put that little guy in there. One little layer of potatoes in the bottom of the pan. Next, I'm going to do my cheese layer. And I want you to notice I'm not putting a ton, I'm not trying to, be unhealthy or anything. Look. That's really not very much cheese. Let me back it up so you can see. You can still see the potatoes, so you're not, totally going crazy. Then I'm going to put, let's try, three pepperonis. That was French, I think. I took French once upon a time, 30-some years ago, before your parents were born, probably. All right, now I'm going to take 1 spoon of pizza sauce and glob it right across there. Then I'm going to take my seasoning, my herb and garlic, and I'm going to do 1 shake across that. That's it, okay? Now, same thing. So this is where it's like lasagna. It's kind of in layers. Potato, potato, potato. Now this time I'll probably put a little bit more potato because it's more of a top layer. Potato, 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 and 1 more. Potato. I'm going to do the same thing again. I'm going to start just a little bit of cheese. Not a crazy amount, just a little. Take it easy, baby. Just a little bit of cheese, baby. All right. This time I'm going to get sneaky. I'm going to try to see if I can get 4 pepperonis on there. Wait a minute, get them. They're real thin too, so that makes it better. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Don't tell anybody, but I use 6. I live like that sometimes. All right, one big glob of. Doesn't that look good? Big glob of sauce. Extra glob. There we go. And then some more of my seasoning. You could leave out. Oh. Hopefully your seasoning comes in a shaker, like with little holes. Mine is just like. But this stuff, I mean, it's really good. So, all right. Now, more potatoes. Let me get all the potatoes. And this will be my final layer. So I'm going to put all my potatoes. Not that guy. He's the butt. Don't eat the potato butt. You can eat a potato butt. And you notice I didn't even peel my potato. My mom used to say, well, the peeling's where all the nutrients are. I think she was just trying to get us to not waste the part of the potato because we didn't have a lot of them. I don't know. But it definitely won't hurt you. And honestly, I like the peeling part, so that's time. I'm going to put maybe just a teensy bit more cheese. This cheese is good. And I'm making a mess. Of course, I'm a maker. All makers make messes. Deal with it. Actually, you have to clean it up. All right, let's get a few more pepperonis. Not too many, because the thing of this, when we cook it, these tend to spit out like some grease. And grease is good for the bottom of your car, but not really so much for your body. A little more sauce right on top. Happy sauce. Happy sauce. Happy sauce. And don't tell, but I'm going to put just a little bit more cheese. Oh, that's going to be so good. Not all of it. Put some back in the bag. All right. Next, I'm going to put the lid on. I'm going to show you how to do it because it's a real hard part. Lid. All right. Now I'm going to put this dude in the microwave for 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to say for 5 minutes. So I'm sitting on the floor because our microwave, which now says end, is done. So let's pop this dude out and we're going to prepare to get our grill on. See what it tastes like. All right, so I'm going to open the door. Now, if this were a big oven or glass or something like that, I would say be careful. But the cool thing about this little silicone guy, let me set my fork up here, is that it doesn't really get hot very much. So I can like touch it, I can rub it on my head. Well, that was probably gross. But you don't have to worry about burning yourself, which is always a nice thing. Now can you see it? Let me get you so you can see it. Dun, 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 dun. Cue music. Ba-ba. Oh my gosh. Does that look, whoa. Does that look like some delicious, here, wait a minute. There we go. Does that look like some delicious, steamy, potatoey, a little bit of pepperoni, greasy goodness? And that seriously took me all of 5 minutes with the miracle of this little mini steamer, my wife has said it's actually called. But it's this little silicone bowl. And like I said, they're not expensive. Ethan Brown has one, and he can tell you all about it. So get you one and make you some good food, and don't wait for mom or anyone else to have to be dependent upon. It's delicious. Ready? I'm gonna eat it. Here we go. It's probably gonna get stuck in my beard. Hopefully none of you 5th graders had that problem. I guess if you ate upside down, you might drip it in your hair, your eyebrows. Oh, that is so good. It's better than put about a hot hill. It's better than pizza. Now, I can eat it right out of here. I'm gonna. Oh, there's another cool part about these things. I did flip them upside down, but I take them, I scrape my cheese, and it all pretty much falls out, even the sticky cheese. And this guy, all I gotta do is stick it under hot water, take the quick sponge, and it is clean in 2 seconds. Or I can put it in the dishwasher, but it's clean in 2 seconds. If I clean it myself, nobody has to know I made it. We'll keep it a secret.